Hi guys, so today I'm gonna talk about the same indicator Ichimoku, but I'm gonna talk in trading view. So before I start, I'm just gonna share the settings so you guys know. Okay, so you can see the settings are here. Obviously these are but once you change the input, everything changes. So let me just put it default reset settings. So this is how normally comes up. Okay, this is your indicator. And then once you click on the settings, well, we're gonna change the input. We're gonna put 2 excuse me, 2, and then we'll leave down, we'll put 1. The reason for 1 I'll explain later, but this is how your indicator should come up once you click and follow the steps that I've shown. Okay, so now let's start with gold, and then okay, so let me just delete everything. Okay. So one thing you need to understand, this indicator is very, very powerful, but if you use it in the right way, first of all, you can see the cloud. I'm just gonna hide the, okay. I'll just hide the price, so just explain to you guys just the cloud and the indicator. Okay, so you can see obviously the bullish cloud represent a bullish trend, and then on gold we had bearish cloud represent bearish trend. And then gold obviously has been bullish for some time now, and then obviously red represent the bearish trend. Okay, so what is this indicator? So it helps you to make a strong decisions while you're using this indicator. So let me just start from the beginning. Excuse me. So now you can see that the indicator is in bullish. Yeah, sorry, the cloud is bullish. Yeah, so which is represent the bullish trend. But while is showing you a bullish trend, is also the indicator is creating his own support and resistance. So you've got support and resistance here, you've got support and then support, yeah, so support, all this and then things like that. When it creates a long support area, this becomes our strong point. And then obviously you've got resistance. You can see resistance, you can see resistance, you can see resistance. Okay, so now let me just add the price in it. And let me just delete everything. So now you can see price obviously has been going up for some time now. So every time you can see price comes back to support and resistance, price respect, this indicator gives you a lot of clue where price wants to go, where price is gonna go next, or what's gonna happen afterwards. So I'm just gonna cover, so for example, price is coming down, yeah, and then price is going up. So why price stop here, and then why price go in there and stop here? Because we've got, look, if we look on the left, yeah, first thing first, we've got a strong area. Yeah, you can see we've got a strong area, which means whenever you find, that's another thing, whenever you find a strong area, support and resistance, if you look left, yeah, or near this area, you will find an engulfing. You will find an engulfing, which becomes your zone. So this is your zone. So when price comes down to this zone, and this is when you look for buy. Obviously, wait for confirmation, buy confirmation, and then look, price just goes up. So next area, look here, we had a crossover. So this is very important as well. You can see the cross from the red to cross from the green to the red cloud. So this is another strong area. So if we drag this, look, we have another area here. So price needs to come here first, yeah, and then look what happens. Price now travels and then goes there, and then once it's there in this area, price breaks. And after break, what happens? Price, if it breaks, look, it creates a retest. You can see it creates a retest, and then after the retest, you can see the crossover happened as well, like from red cloud to green crossover. So now price is gonna go where? Price is going to the next area. This is your next resistance area. But at this area, what do we have? We have another engulfing. And then what does price do? Price comes back to this area. Do you see? And then same thing again. If now price supposed to respect this, yeah, then we will drop down to what area? We've got resistance here, we've got an engulfing area here. Not resistance, sorry, we've got support here, and we've got engulfing nearby. If you see, if it's supposed to respect, we've got engulfing nearby, we've got another resistance. No, I keep saying resistance. We've got another support area, and then price, look, there's another engulfing in that area. So if you would respect the price here, then it should have come here, then here. So it's kind of like a map you have, but then what happened here? Price breaks, and then it breaks, and then look, price now is going up. Up, and then what happens? Price comes down to retest this area, and then once it retests, look, price goes up again. So price always will create zones for you to trade and zones for you to, for TP, where you enter, where you exit is already there. You just need to be very, very careful of how you enter in. Okay, so that's one. So let me say someone requested the other day to look at EURUSD. So this indicator, it works in every pair. You can look at stock market, you can look at crypto market, you can look at currency market, but main thing, as far as it has candlesticks, yeah, you can make it work. So for example, here I'm on H4 time frame. You can see at the bottom, but now price from here went up. So look, price comes up, comes down, and then creates. What does it create? I'm not looking at the price, I'm looking at the cloud. Look, I'm gonna hide the price. I'm looking at the cloud. You see, cloud. So it creates an area. Okay. But then if I now mark this area, you can see there's an engulfing area in this. There was an engulfing area. There's an engulfing zone. But what does price do? Price breaks this engulfing, and then what happens afterwards? Retest, and then you would have your entry around here. Okay, and then price goes up. So now look, same thing again. Why price goes up and then comes down here and respects here? You can see while price was going up, it creates a strong support. once it creates a strong support, look, we don't have a clear, we've got a hidden zone here, but we can just see there's a clear support, so they call it a breaker block. But obviously I'm not gonna get in touch with that because we don't use none of this. So this is your another area. So this was your support in the past. Skip saying support. This was your resistance in the past, and now it becomes your support. And look, the cloud made a strong line out from here, so that creates a strong area the price needs to respect. Excuse me. So you can see, and then price from there, where does it go? It goes to the next area, breaks, and then it goes to the next area, and like this. So every time you have a crossover, this is very important as well. So this is becomes a strong area. The price has to come back and touch this. So look, price goes down and then comes back there, and then from there you have another trade, and then where does it go? You have few zones. So this is the main zone, and then price comes back and touches that. Okay, every time you just need to pay attention. Look, there's another area that created, yeah, but what is there? Look on the left, we've got a clear engulfing zone, and then price, you enter here, and then where you're gonna look first? You're gonna look first here. This is the cloud. Look, I'm not looking at the price, I'm looking at the cloud first. This is where the cloud shows you the next move can reverse, or next move can continue from there. So look, price travels from here, goes there. What is in there? We've got clear engulfing, and then look, price comes down, and then it continues going down. This area never gets respected. It is a slow move, but finally it breaks and then goes there. Why price come here and stopped here? If we look on the left, it does provide you for a reason, plenty of reason. We've got a strong area, yeah, and then what does it do? Look, we have a clear engulfing near that zone. Okay, so I'm just gonna drag this, engulfing area. Let me make it. Okay, so it's not perfectly drawn, but you can just mark the engulfing. So there you go. Do you see? Price from here came to here, from there came to here. So I hope this makes sense. This works in every pair. Doesn't matter whether it's crypto, doesn't matter whether it's currency, doesn't matter whether it's a stock. But you just need to understand, as far as there is candlestick, this will work. But obviously understand the volume as well. Like cryptocurrencies, they've got a huge volume, so price can move really fast, and you may not be able to get the move that you are trying to get. So back test and you will see this works. Okay, I hope this is good, and that's all for today.